Hi guys, I'm Brian. Today I'm going to be introducing VeSafe. It's a tire pressure monitoring system for those of you that need to know what your tire pressure is at a constant rate. It displays it directly in your vehicle. I'm going to do a little bit of a setup with you guys today, a little bit of a background for me. I've done automotive since I was about 16 years old. Went into the industry. I don't currently do that anymore, but today we're going to be doing some easy setup. And we have four different types of systems for you today. Today I'm going to be setting up this one, and I'll show you. There's all different configurations, and there's even one for those of you that like to tow. There's ones for your trailers. There's ones that are going for all that. Now, the one that we're going to be setting up today looks a little like this. All of these systems use the same tire pressure monitors directly into the valve stem of your tires. So they all look like this. They're going to sit on the outsides of your valve stems on your tires, and we're going to set it up today. So again, this is the one that we're going to be doing today, but I'm going to show you the other systems and the different looks of them all. They all work fairly similar. So this one here, this one's going to be charged, okay? Sit on top of your dash. It's going to display everything in the front, as you can see right there. Now, you charge it once, and then it's got solar power. That's why it goes on your dash, picks it up. It gives it that extra power to last a little bit longer. But the great thing about this one is it does come with the charging cable and the cigarette lighter charger for your vehicle. So it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to get some extra stuff. It comes with it. And again, it comes with the same monitoring system. Okay? All right in there. Nice, neat little box. Third one for your vehicle is going to look like this. Nice, small, compact, great for someone that's just like, hey, I need some peace of mind. I need to know what my tire pressures are at. I don't have a flat. I need to know some of the temperatures or whatever that's happening with it. So nice, small, convenient. Goes into cigarette lighter. Everything. Now, this next one I'm going to show you is for trailers. It's got more than just 4 sensors that are in it because you got more of those tires. Okay? These are great for going down the highway, especially if you're towing trailers. It gets hot out or it's cold out or whatever. You don't exactly have the space to pull over sometimes on the highway to go and check. And if you do have that space, it's very far and few between. So a system like this is going to help you where you see exactly what that live tire pressure is. It's constantly monitoring. It's live. Okay, so with this system, we have 6 right here that go in. And the great thing about this one, nice and big right there, right, big on your truck dash or whatever you're going to be putting on. And this one is a little bit different because it's got different configurations for it. So it's got a big display that goes on top, and you yourself can program these for individual tires. So if you notice on the other ones, they had little things saying like RR on it. It means right rear of your vehicle. They're already preset for you. Makes it real easy for just these vehicles. Now, these ones for accessibility, you can control these ones and show exactly on the diagram on where they are. These are fantastic to know, hey, I'm getting a warning, but I have no idea what tire it is. Well, you get to set it. Okay, it all comes with the stickers to be able to put on, so that way you know. This is a little bit of the diagram that you have there. Let's zoom in here. Okay, and these are all stickers that go just on the top. Okay, nice and easy. Now, all of these systems do and are have the waterproof. Okay, so you don't have to really worry about it. Comes with extra O-rings, comes with everything that you need to have. It's kind of a system that's going to last you a long time, right? You're going to get this, you're not going to have to worry about it again, probably for the lifetime of either that vehicle or the trailer that you're going to be pulling behind, because it has these extra amenities that are in the box with it, right? O-rings and whatnot.
Can you start just showing us a little bit how people can set up this system?
This one?
Yeah, for the motor
Absolutely.
cars, and then we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, is more for commercial vehicles and fleet vehicles.
Absolutely.
It's more for small homes.
For sure. So I'm going to throw this up here. So we have one of these right here. We're going to go and turn this on. So I'm going to get nice and close. Okay. So as you can see, right, this is the front of the vehicle, back of the vehicle, and everything. Now you hold set, 3 seconds. Okay. So this is showing me that none of them are set up straight out of the box just for you guys. Okay. Now I want to see the flashing light. That's the one that I'm going to put it on. Okay. So we go through, we hit set again, and then
red flash.
Red flash will be down here.
Yeah.
And I believe it's already put it in.
Oh, yes.
Right there.
Yeah.
So before it had all F's that were right across there, I just had to hold this close. I press set. It went directly onto this sensor. So now it's set there. Okay. Now you're gonna see something cool here, because I'm gonna save it. Okay. I know it's just one, but I'm gonna save it. Now it's not on a vehicle right now, so that means that it's got 0 psi behind it, has nothing there. So I'm gonna set it. It's giving me a warning. It's beeping at me saying, hey, you got no pressure in this thing. There's something going on there. So that's the sound, that's the tone that you're going to hear for an emergency that's going on. Hit set again. Tells you low air pressure right there. Tells you how much. That's there. Now it has factory settings that you can go through. You can change it. You see right now it's in bar. I know a lot of us, we use PSI, pounds per square inch. So you can change all of that over to PSI quite easily. You go through the settings. It's got all different presets for it all. Now it has default settings for temperatures of your tires to give you warnings, or PSI drops to give you warnings as well. Obviously it's at 0. It's going to give you a warning right now. So we're going to go back into this. Now let's say I did this wrong. User error happens all the time. This is not permanent. Okay, if I need to change this wheel, change this sensor, all I need to do, press down on this. Look at that. All clear. This is a brand new one. I can put this on any other tire. Nice and easy. Okay. So that's just a little bit of the features that it comes with. That's why I say with this trailer one, you're going to need to read everything, go through, make sure that you're doing everything right. They're completely programmable. Okay.
Can you also help us to show our audience that how you can set up the PSI and the temperature parameter?
Yeah, so I believe you press on this for 6 seconds?
6 seconds.
Yeah,
yes.
6 seconds for set.
Maybe it's better that you turn it off and then on.
Oh, maybe.
Off,
yeah.
And then turn it on. Hold it for 6 seconds.
There we are. So bar right there. Change with the plus or minus. There you are. PSI. It's going to have a rating for pounds per square inch, just there.
And the temperature,
which will be next. I press
set.
set.
Yeah.
So again, Fahrenheit or Celsius.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And the factory has already got the default prompt over there.
Yes.
And
Usually you're not going to change that too much. We kind of know that they know what they're doing when they set this kind of stuff up. It's all dependent on how individually set you want to do, right? So we set that.
Yeah, that's the default.
Defaults as you go by. And I believe you just set it down and do this, and that saves everything.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay? That sets everything up. All right. Turn the system off. So, let's set this system, not this system, but the system right here. Let's set this system up right here, okay, on this vehicle. It is the solar. Oh, yeah. We're not doing the solar one. Here we go. Perfect. All right. So again, the best thing about these is for these systems, for your car, easy install on all of this. It's as easy as 6 steps. Okay? So what we're going to do, and I'll show you alongside, unscrew the valve, put the hex nut on, and the air, or the dust shield that's on it. Screw the sensor in. We tighten it up. Okay? It does provide, that's what I like about this too, is that it does provide the wrench that comes perfectly for this. Now, we don't have any, some soapy water to be able to check. Now, if you're wanting to do this, again, you just spray it with soapy water. If you see bubbles coming out of it, it has a leak, so either you've cross-threaded it, meaning that you put it on wrong, meaning you just got to unscrew it, put it back on, and I'll show you how to do that later. And then place the dust cover over top of the sensor. So it's quite nice to be able to see that it's as easy as 6 steps. So these are the dust covers here. I go in, and I'm actually going to open one of these up for you guys, just so that way you know. So we're going to take a look right here. You have the wrench, you have the hex nuts, but you also have extra O-rings that go in these. Now, these systems already have these O-rings in them, so you don't have to put these on. These are extra. That's why I say it's going to be great for the lifetime of your vehicle. Okay, so you have these right here. I know they look a little funny, but these are the things that actually open up these sensors. Okay, so we're going to take one of these. I'm going to ask you to hold that if you can. Okay, so one side, so these are, as you can see, they're individual to this. So I want to open this up, right? There's a battery that's inside. How you do that, one on one side, okay, locks in, one on the other side. Unscrew. So this is the cap that goes on top of it. But here's the system that goes inside, okay? You have an O-ring that goes right there, meaning that it's waterproof, right? The battery, it's just a little button battery. Now, it does tell you when that battery is low, and all you have to do, slip it out, put a new one in, okay? Real simple and easy. Now, you might be saying, Brian, well, there's 2 different types of O-rings. You're absolutely right. There is 2. Okay? Now, I don't ever see this happening that you need to change it, but if you see the little black part right in there, that small little O-ring, that's where those small O-rings go. It's right on the inside of that. So now I'm going to tighten this up, make sure that it's waterproof. I don't have to worry about anything. Okay, and then we're going to get started with this. I'll grab back that box. Alright. Put this down. So, this one, right here. LF. Left, front. So, driver's front. Okay? I'm going to take one of these hex bolts. Lots of tiny pieces. But they give you all the baggies that you can use in the meantime. Seal that all back up. Take out the wrench. And grab one of the dust shields. So we're gonna follow over to the other side of the vehicle for the left front here.
Do you think you would need the transfer?
I don't need those.
Oh, okay.
No, don't need those at all. I just need to be able to screw it on because
Right.
you don't want them too tight here.
Oh,
Okay?
Of course.
So
Right.
as long as I have the wrench,
Okay.
so we're gonna come all the way over here. So the first thing, if we remember, unscrew the cap. Okay, it's going to be an existing cap that's on there. Put that there. Turn the dust cover inside out. Okay, it's going to make your installation that much easier. If you want to come in, it's going to look something just like that. Okay, it's going to cover over, and then we're going to put our hex nut right on there. Make sure it's all the way in. Okay, then we're going to put our sensor on. Oh. So if you can hear,
Yep.
air's going into it. That's good. Now,
Car repairs? No.
okay, just hold on one second. Didn't tighten that enough, not quite enough in there. Make sure it's all the way back.
You think we will need a wrench?
Not for this part. You're gonna want to wrench it on afterwards. So again, all the way in until you're not hearing leaking. So we might need the wrench. There we go. That's what we're running here. Okay. And then we're going to take that hex nut that's back there. Now it's all the way in that way. We're going to want to try to unscrew it. I know it's kind of weird, but that's going to put pressure on this, so this isn't going to go anywhere because my fingers can only get so tight on there, right? So we're going to go onto here. We're going to actually loosen it off until it's tight up against that body. Okay? Now it's nice and tight. I can't get that off with my fingers. Okay? So that's nice and tight on there. And then you're going to take this. This is why we did it inside out. This dust cover. If you notice, my hands are getting nice and dirty in here from the brake dust. I'm going to take this cover and put it all the way over. That way, there's nothing getting in. Okay? That's how easy it is to install. Okay? Now, do you want me to do all 4 and then take it for a test drive?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, let's do all 4.
Maybe we can just do one.
Do 1 for now?
One.
We're gonna get, so that would be fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna get sensors
Yeah.
that are gonna go off telling us all other 3 tires are at 0, but
Yeah.
you're gonna see that this one is fine.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's going to take a long time to install 4 of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go and close this door. I'll get you to hop in the back there. Nice filming. And we're going to plug in this system together.
Okay.
So that's all there. So again, this is the system here. I'm going to take off the plastic there. Okay, that's the system there. Nice and easy. We're going to go toss it into the vehicle here. Okay? So I'll get you to go into the back so they can see it plugged in here. So, what do we do now? It's a cigarette lighter input for our power. We have one just right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, stick this one in. So it's going to take some time to synchronize, I'm sure. Just going to take a look at this box here. Should sync up. Hold on. Grab the box on the ground there. This is not the right one. Again. Huh?
Is that 32?
Do we have a reading?
Yeah.
It sure is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't wrong. That's great. So, as you can see right there, you have 32 psi.
Yeah.
Okay? So, we're going to go and you want to check the accuracy with us?
I think it's just correct reading.
Sure.
And we can also see the temperature.
Absolutely.
It's 28 Celsius.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And what does a 9 mean?
The 9.
Yeah.
Let's see. I believe it's a pressure rating.
I think 9 is also. Oh, I see. 9 is actually
Which makes sense because the other sensors are inside the vehicle, so it's 28,
yeah.
28 and 27, depending on where they are in the vehicle, and then outside it's 9 degrees Celsius.
That's correct.
That makes so much more sense.
Right. And do you want to jump in and give us a ride?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna kind of say one more thing too. Is the cool thing is that it is in an electrical. Now it's showing 12 volts. That's perfect. That's where your car is supposed to be at.
Okay.
Anywhere from 12 to I believe 12.6. So it actually gives you some more information as well.
Yeah, and I think they also have a USB slot
for charging as well. Yeah, it's got a USB support.
Yeah, it's just on the right hand side, is it?
I believe it's on the left hand side. You have a button on the right hand side there.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna hop in here. So what you're gonna see here is it's kind of a cold day out today, but over time you're gonna see that your tire pressure is actually going to go up. Now with the friction between the tire and the ground, it's going to heat up, and you're going to see the heat go up just a little bit. You're going to see it go up maybe 1 degree. Okay, I don't expect it to go up that much. Now for PSI pressure, you're going to see it can go up anywhere between 1 PSI to 5 PSI. Now, all of this information is actually, which I was really impressed about, is all in the information in the kit. So you don't have to worry, hey, why is my tire pressure going up? That doesn't make any sense when I'm driving. Well, friction comes in, when we have hotter air, it expands, making more PSI, okay? So we're going to head out here.
And you were saying that it's only we have to drive about 20 kilometers an hour.
So 20 kilometers an hour, it will allow us to have accurate readings. So what it's wanting us to do is, okay, we're sitting, we're not doing anything. You don't have rotational centrifugal force on your tires. So what they want us to do is take the information that we're seeing here, that it varies quite a bit, right? But what they want us to know is that we want to go at least 20 kilometers an hour to be able to understand, okay, that's what's called our true air pressure when you're moving, right? So that's the best part about how it's going to be instantaneous. So let's get out of a school zone so we can go above the 20 kilometers here.
Yeah, now I can see the pressure goes up from 31 to 32.
32, exactly, right? So now that's your true tire pressure. It's perfect. Now you know where it's supposed to be at, what it's doing, and that's where you want it at, right? Now, as you start driving, you're gonna see it's gonna have different warnings. It's gonna warn you either your tire pressure is too high or your tire pressure is too low. So say you filled up your air in your tire in the winter, right? Nice cold air. Now you've been running it for a really long time, same air, haven't had any leaks, don't have to worry about it, right? Now it's summer, seasons change. it's gotten way hotter. Or you go on a road trip and it's in really hot. You go down to, Arizona or some place that's nice and hot. Now your tire pressure is above what it's supposed to. Now that's gonna tell you, because if it's too high, you're not gonna get enough tire contact on the road, because it's gonna bellow out. Okay, and it's also gonna wear out your tires improperly as well.
Right. It looks like the tire pressure is very good.
Yeah.
32.
Yeah, and it's staying at that 32.
Yeah, let's go back to the school.
Perfect. Still holding strong. Went over 60 kilometers an hour. It's still there.
Yeah.
We've properly installed it.
So now the voltage goes to 149. Can you tell me what does that mean?
So I'm guessing because of your engine is using the battery, it's using everything, so your voltage will go down to your accessories. This is what's considered an accessory. So when your vehicle is parked, that's when you're going to want to take your voltage readings if you're really worried about your battery. Now, this does not replace a battery tester. You can go and get your battery tested by a professional, and that's what you want to do. But if you're concerned that your car is starting improperly, it's kind of a little rough, then you want to be able to kind of see, hey, I wonder if my battery is the problem. If it's underneath that 12 volts, I would very much recommend for you to go to a professional and get them to test your battery, because this is just testing your voltage. It's just a little indication.
Right.
Okay. So if we go,
for this, we have the tire pressure reading.
Yep.
The tire temperature reading, and we have the battery voltage reading as well.
That's right.
Okay. Right. That's brilliant.
So now if you look here, your voltage will start to come down because it's higher. So see? But we're not an accessory. So it's going to come down as long as it's over 12, you're good. Because we're using up battery right now. The car is not started. It's not started, so the alternator is not charging that battery up to its full potential. But that should stop before it gets down to 12. Okay. So, and that's why I say, as you start to drive, it's going to get more voltage, or it may say less. It's dependent on the vehicle, because some vehicles will cut off the voltage to accessories to be able to use that electricity for the function of the vehicle.
Right. Yeah. Okay, now I can also see the PSI goes up to 33.
Yep.
So we drove a bit.
And if you notice, the temperature went up one as well. Went from 7 to 8 as well.
Wow, that's good.
Okay.
Wow, I think it's very intelligent.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic to see the technology actually working in your vehicle, because you never know what's going to end up happening. It's got multiple different applications for you to use, but it's all dependent on you, the user, what you want to do. If you're towing a trailer, if you're driving down, if you want a little bit of a peace of mind for your kids that are starting to drive, and they need to give you some certain information, it's perfect.
Yeah, because like this car, I know that it got a reading of tire pressure, but you were telling me that no car nowadays have actually the tire temperature reading. Is that correct?
Not that I've ever seen this temperature. So it's really nice to be able to see the temperature, because if you're seeing the PSI go up, but you're also seeing the tire temperature go up, you know why it's going up, right? Yeah. Because hot air expands, as we know.
Right, and for the battery, actually, when you were when you were talking, I just noticed that is there any car that also have a battery reading
I've
as
I've
well?
never seen that. I've
Right.
actually never seen a battery reading and what it's using up, how it goes up in voltage.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it's fantastic to be able to see. It's just another peace of mind
Yeah.
for you while you're driving. I can say this is something that I would be taking with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm going on long drives. I'm going to take it with me. That's why I don't have to pull over on the highway where it's unsafe. If all of a sudden I get a low pressure warning, I get to see what that pressure is at, because I don't want that to go to zero, because that means I have no PSI in it and I can't drive anymore, right?
Uh-huh.
It's going to be running on the rims. It's going to destroy that tire. Now, if it's holding pressure, it means I have a little bit of time to be able to drive to get to somewhere
Uh-huh.
that can help me with those tires. That way I'm not on the highway. But now if all of a sudden I see a zero rating, I'm not going to destroy my tire. I'm going to pull over, I'm going to get that spare out, and I'm going to put it on.
Yeah.
But again, it's all about safety. I don't want to pull onto the side of the road. I'm sure all of you don't want to pull on the side of a road, or especially a highway. People are whizzing by. If I have the knowledge, hey, I'm not going to destroy my tire. Yes, it's a low PSI. That means I need to go and diagnose the problem, or get someone that can diagnose the problem for me and get there safely. We're going to do that instead.
That's great. Yeah, and I also noticed actually, especially in North America. I mean, America and Canada, we expect harsh weathers all the time, and in the meantime, um, people like to drive in long distance, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this little thing actually, I think is a must-have for every vehicle. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think everyone should be able to have this in their vehicle. It's a peace of mind. It's that extra safety. If you are one of those people that has the safety bag in the back,
Uh-huh.
making sure that you're safe, you need to add this to that kit.
Yeah.
You need to have this in your vehicle. Use it every day.
Yeah.
Have that peace of mind.
Yeah.
You may not look at it every day, and that's okay, because as we've seen, it has tones.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be like, hey, what is that sound? And then realize, crap,
Yeah.
I have something wrong with my tires. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that, but it's already just plugged in.
Right. Yeah. We got an audience say all new cars come with this by law, by the way. But actually, we are driving. I think we're driving a Porsche,
Yeah,
and is well, it's not the latest version, but it's quite new as well. But as we just said just now, that we only got the PSI reading, we don't have the tire temperature reading, and we don't have the battery reading as well. So this little thing, if we could just show you very quickly again, actually come with three readings. One is a PSI tire pressure reading. Another one is the temperature reading, and then the battery reading as well. Right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you are going by the Motor Vehicle Act as well,
Uh-huh.
for these tire pressure settings,
Uh-huh.
they need a system in it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But whether or not that system gives you this information, now I've seen a couple of vehicles, you have the lower end budget vehicles that just tell you, hey, it's low.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you the PSI.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you the information that this system is.
Yeah.
And not only that, is these systems that you're using, now, there's two different types of systems. There's called a band system that goes inside on your rim, and then there's ones that go onto your actual valve stem on the inside. They're very expensive, very, very expensive, and they break a lot. Say if you have a flat tire, if you have that band system, or there's something that's happened, it went and blew, you would be riding on that system.
Yeah.
And it can break very easily. Now, with these systems, I believe they're more affordable than the manufacturer systems that they come with it. You can imagine, I mean, it's...
Yeah, can you just hold the box, because we have audience say that they want to know what
This one here?
yeah. They're asking what it is called. And
Yeah, VeSafe.
VeSafe is a tire pressure monitoring system. So yeah. Sorry, I just interrupted.
No, absolutely. No, it's all good. We just want to make sure that we're, and not all people are going to be driving new vehicles as well. I drive an older vehicle because I enjoy the older style of vehicles, but do I want this peace of mind? Absolutely. Especially if my wife is driving my vehicle, I want to make sure that she's safe.
Exactly.
Right? And this allows you to have that option of being safe, right?
Yeah.
So
that's great. And before we finish our live stream today, I remember last time you were saying that for truck companies, every morning the third thing is the drivers need to check tire pressure.
Yeah, so there's it's called a pre-trip inspection that they need to be able to use. Now this system can go on these vehicles because there's a 100 different things that they're checking, but if you can take off just that little bit amount of time, time is always money in those types of industries. You put it in, it's giving you a live feed. You know that you're good, that your tire pressures are fine. Now with these systems here, because you may be saying, well, tire pressures are.
Put it a bit higher.
So this one here, you might be saying, well, those tire pressures are humongous. Is it going to be able to read that high? With this system here, it can. Okay, because I know that with those commercial vehicles, it goes from 100 psi to 110 psi depending on the tire, and this system can handle that and understand it, and you will be able to program this to understand where that tire is as well, because at the same time you may not see that it's low because you have what's called dual tires, right? If it's the back one, you're not seeing it. It's on the same axle, you're not seeing it bend down, you're not noticing it, right? So if you can save that time for those tire pressures every morning on your pre-trip inspection, that's money that's more in your pocket, especially if you're owning your own truck.
Yeah, and I think VeSafe comes with 4, 6, 8, 10 tire pressure sensors.
Yes.
And if you want to add more sensors to it, you can also get more sensors if you drive a really big vehicle.
Absolutely.
So I think it's just as Brian said just now. It's really something that will keep you safe and keep your family safe, especially when you drive outside and take your family out for camping or drive a long distance. I think this is something I definitely gonna keep in my car. And what do you think, Brian?
Absolutely. I'm gonna get my hands on one today and put it in, because my system does have its own tire pressure monitoring system. It's not that good. This one's much better. Much better.
Yeah, because the car you're driving is actually an Audi, right?
Yes, exactly.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a nice Audi, but that Audi only tells me if I have low air pressure, and actually it doesn't tell me if it's too high.
Oh, cool.
This one does.
Yeah.
So
brilliant. Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, Brian.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anytime.
Yeah, cheers, and thank you very everyone, and we will see you in our next live streaming. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks.
Bye. So, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.